Hi, Jason Milligan and Tom Frenzel here from the USBC Equipment Specifications team. We're going to talk to you today about the lane inspection process and about the tools you're going to use to make your center inspections. Tom's going to help me demonstrate the main tools we're going to be using in the inspection. We're going to start off with USBC's lane level. It's a 42-inch level. We're going to be using this tool to take the measurements of crosswise tilts and lengthwise tilts on both the lane surface and also the pin deck. With that level, we're going to use some feeler gauges. These feeler gauges are going to go underneath the feet of the level to let you know how much tilt there is on that lane surface or on that pin deck. We also have a dial indicator and sled that can go onto that level, which you're going to use to measure the crowns and depressions on the lane surface. Next up, we're going to get into the pit area. We're going to go to the pit gauge. With this tool, you're going to measure the width of the kickback plates, kickback to kickback. You're also going to measure the lane width, and you're going to be able to measure the pin spots. Now we'll go to the gutter gauge. The gutter gauge is going to be used to measure the depth of the flat gutters, as well as measuring the length of the pit and the depth of the pit. Next up is a 100-foot tape measure. We'll use that for measuring the length of the approaches, the length of the lane, and also for locating the spots where we're going to take our measurements for our crosswise tilts and for our crowns and depressions. I also have with me one of the USBC center inspection reports. In this report, we're going to record all the information for the bowl and center, as well as the actual measurements you take while you're doing the inspection. Notice we have it on a clipboard. We definitely recommend using a clipboard out there. It makes it much easier to record that information. We also recommend having multiple copies of this as working copies, so you can turn in a clean copy to the center and to USBC. Next up, we're going to get a little bit deeper into the report and see what you need to actually fill out and record. And we're also going to go into the measurements and the inspection itself.